Happy Thursday. This is Coach Deborah D. Smith with Feel Your Best Life. I am so excited to see you here on this rainy Thursday afternoon because guess what? You could have been anywhere else, but you decided to be here on Build Your Best Life, and we appreciate it. It's all about action. Yes, your words, your steps, your gestures, your posture, your facial expressions, your voice tone, what you write, the movement of your eyes all speak volumes, and are your actions. What your actions say are crucial to others. So be very, very careful. Come on in, like, share, and turn on your notifications if you don't always already have those on so you will know when I am going live. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube page, please do so. Even if you would rather watch on Facebook, I appreciate it, but I still need you to subscribe to my YouTube page. Thank you so much. Well, this month is all about being on fire. Be on fire. That's focusing with intentionality, realism, and enthusiasm. You have to be excited about life. You cannot go around being miserable, sad, nonchalant. You got to be enthusiastic. And once you get those purposes in life, you should be intentional to get them done and make sure that they're realistic. Well, today I'm going to talk about quiet time. You should say, now you just said be enthusiastic. You want me to be enthusiastic and quiet? Yes, because we all need that quiet time. You know, a lot of people think, well, when you say quiet time, you mean, oh, you want me to pray or meditate? But quiet time is not only for prayer or meditation. When you are trying to get something done, you want to have changes in your life or whatever's going on, you may need to be in a quiet environment so that you can focus. I don't focus well when there's a lot of noise, a lot of interruptions. And so I know a lot of people are like that. Some, they can just tune it all out. I cannot. But it's nice when you can get away from the noises. And it doesn't matter if you work virtually, you work in a brick and mortar with a team, whether you're in your own business and you have your own office space, things happen. You may be at home, but you may be homeschooling your child. And so you have to spend time with them as well. So when do you get that quiet time that you need to focus on certain projects? Authentic communication includes partly being quiet so that you can listen to that other person. So being in a quiet environment is good. So I want to talk about a little about some things that you can do that will give the appearance that, hey, I'm trying to be focused here. I want some quiet. I don't want to be interrupted. So if you are, like I say, if you're in a brick and mortar with your other team, or if you're at home and people are walking around doing things because, a lot of instances, the husband and the wife both work from home, so they may want to take a break and then they want to come over and interrupt you. If you don't want to be interrupted, these are some of the things that you can do. One is put on some headphones, and then they should know, oh, she got all her headphones on, he has his headphones on. They don't want to be bothered. They're focused on something, they're working on something that's very, very important, and something they need to get out immediately or very soon. They need to concentrate. So they got their music on or either it's the noise canceling headphones. They don't want to be bothered. So you don't have to turn around and give them that look like, who you want? You don't have to say a point. Because sometimes you can have a sign and depending on what type of people you work with, they'll ignore it. But headphones work pretty well. Another one is just putting up that sign, a sign that simply says quiet time. And when you have your staff meetings or whatever, you let people know. If you're at home, you let your family know. If I have that sign up, I am working on something particular, or that's a time that I have carved out to work on major projects. So from 9 to 11, it's going to be my time, that's quiet time for me to focus on those things that need to get done on that particular day. They're very, uh, have very sensitive information. You may work with numbers, money, details, and it's very essential to get it done. If you're working with multiple bank account numbers or different numbers, you don't need to get anybody's numbers mixed up. So you don't need to be working on something in the middle of something and somebody's trying to talk to you and you try to tell them no interrupt and you miss and put something in incorrectly. So carve out certain times that you're going to work on different features and then put that sign up. Good evening, Cynthia. Thank you for tuning in. And Dan, Tamika, Peggy, thank you all for tuning in. As I'm talking about quiet time, that time we need to have in order to work on something that we need to focus on. If you work in an environment where you are fortunate enough to have an office, you can close your door. If you have a home office, close your door. And if you are working from home, your family members should know, you should have already communicated. If the door is closed, do not come in. I'm either on a Zoom meeting or working on something that I need to get done. I can't work on anything else that's crucial at this particular time. If your child is taking their classes at home, they may have a question. Let them know if the door is closed, if at all possible, don't interrupt. My designated time is 9 to 11. At 11, I'll be opening the door and you can come in. But again, what is this doing? This is giving you time so that you can have that time to focus. You want to be able to focus. Okay. And this is the neatest thing. As I was researching this topic, I found a new little gadget that I would just love to have. I would have loved to have when I was in corporate America. I don't need it now. But they actually have these devices. They're wireless, and they have different colors. So the various colors mean different things. So you can just pick them up on your desk, and they have some that maybe lay flatter on your desk, some that are tower, some that stick to your monitor. But say your quiet time is red, so that gadget will have red showing on there. So if they come up to your cubicle or your desk, your office, and they can see in or whatever, they see that red color, they know they need to do an about face because you are focusing on something that you need to get done. It's so important. A lot of times we will let others interrupt us when it's something that we need to get done, something that's very important. You'll let people interrupt you. They just want to chit chat. I need to get up from my desk, so I'm going to go over here and see what this one is talking about, what this one did over the weekend, and you just begin to talk. You don't say, "Is this a good time?" You just begin to talk. And a lot of people won't say, I would love to tell you about what happened. I went to a concert. I got to tell you about that. But I've got to work on this. So how about we get together at 2:30? If you're not busy. But you have to have the presence to learn when to say no and not right now. You have a voice, use it at the appropriate time. So the time that you need to put in to do something for yourself to get things done, use that time. Let people know. Now, if you work in a huge office building, there may still be where they allow people to work virtually and some come in or whatever. But if you can find a vacant spot, that can be your quiet space. When I worked in corporate America, I we started a new process, and I had to hire a new team of 6 people where there was nowhere to put them on our floor. So I had to go around the building and look for a space. I found a place that was on the next floor from us, and if we went down the stairs rather than using the elevator, we end up right where they were sitting. We started out with 6, and then we leaned it down to 5 that we only needed. I had a desk down there, so and they weren't noisy since it was only 5 of them down there. So if I wanted some quiet time, something I need to get done, didn't want any interruptions, I would go down there. So not only was I able to spend time with that part of my team, but I was able to get things done that I would normally not be able to do because, when you have people reporting to you, they have issues. They need for you to stop what you're doing and answer their questions. So it worked out really well. So if you can find a vacant spot somewhere, you can use that for quiet time. Okay. Same thing if you work from home. Sometimes you can find a designated spot. If you can't, then that getting those designated time slots will probably work for you. You know, 9 to 11, 10 to 11. It can be an hour. It can be 30-minute slots. Whatever works for you. But getting that time where it's minimal noise, nice, quiet environment. So if you want to listen to music, you can listen to your music, whatever makes you calm and focus, that's what you can do. And that really, really helps with that. Now, just because you establish quiet periods or quiet spots or whatever, guess what? That does not mean that you're going to take advantage of it, right? So therefore, you have to give yourself parameters to manage your time wisely. Because sometimes it's not the other people; we are our own worst enemies. So, what things can you do to make your time that you are spending on your work more valuable to you? You get it done, you feel better, you're comfortable, you don't feel like you're being interrupted. Here's some tips. First, plan the task that you have to do for a particular date the day before. So as soon as you get in, you don't have this issue where, okay, I got to go through this stack over here. I got to look at this. I got to look at my calendar. Okay, what do I need to work on? Okay, and then try to make a to-do list or get a plan together, whatever. You've done that the day before or the Friday before for Monday. So when you walk in that door, you're ready for action. Sounds good, doesn't it? So you don't have all that wasted time, wasted energy on that. "Oh, what am I gonna do?" Because you've already got it done. You're ready to go. Then set priorities because you have 10 tasks you need to get done that day, 5 tasks, 20 tasks. Set priorities. Is there anything that I need to do that is more important? Sometimes it can be more important. So you look at what is more essential. What is the most value to this company that I get done today? Or it may be that there's something that's not as essential, but it has a due date attached to it, and that due date is today. This thing that's really important, I need to get it done. But if I get it done at the end of the day or tomorrow morning, it's fine. But this other thing has a date, and that date is today. So as you make that list, it is added feature. A lot of times people don't talk about that. They say, well, we get your to-do list together. But I found that if you put, yeah, these are the things I need to do today, this week. I'm gonna put it on the same list, but I can put So this one, as long as I get it done by Friday, I would like to get it done sooner, but Friday is fine. So that way you can, that will help you as well. So you know what has to get done. You know what's very essential to your business, your company, your schoolwork. It may be a project that you're working on with someone, and it has to be done by Wednesday. So it's Monday. You need to get it done Tuesday. You don't want to try to wait till early Wednesday morning to get that done. So that's the thing. Good evening, Deacon Holmes. Thank you for tuning in. We're talking about quiet time, taking time to get those things done that we need to get done. Number three, notify others of your available time slots because people are going to always want your attention because what they're doing is important. They can't wait. They need you now. They want to get what they want done. I call them at 10 o'clock. I send an email, they haven't responded yet. I'm just going to go over there. So let them know. You work in a department or you work from home, your own business, you have employees, whatever. You work in, you let your family know, whoever you need to know. I am going to work on different activities during a particular time during the day. I'm going to read emails the first 30 minutes when I get in. I'm not going to look at emails again until you get in at 8. I'm going to look at emails from 8 to 8:30. I'm not going to look at emails again until 11. Just let them know. So if they send me email, I'm going to have to do what? Wait. I'm not going to look at, after I look at emails at 11, I will not look at them again until 3. Because if you look up and look at an email every time you hear ding, you can constantly, if you like me, you can constantly do emails all day long. Because when I get up in the morning, I have anywhere from 75 to 100 emails. I clean them out. Next time I look, I don't care if it's 2 hours later, 3 hours later. It's like, okay, I thought I cleaned this out. I have just as many, or almost as many. So that's something you can do all day. So that is something that's gonna, what I call noise. Anything that's interrupting you, that's a bunch of noise. So set that time up where you're going to read those emails a particular time during the day. You're going to answer phone calls during a different time of the day because, you can do the same thing on phone calls. Every time the phone rings, you look over there, oh, I better get this, I better get this. Whereas if you're not answering it and it's taking the messages, then okay, they didn't even need me. Let me transfer this to somebody else. Okay, that will hold until later on this afternoon. I already gave them, send them the email. I don't know why they left a voice message. So you can better handle them that way instead of taking all the calls. And then the last one, eliminate personal distractions such as your own phone. So, you're at work, you're trying to work, and people are gonna call. They know you're at work, but they're gonna call. Cause I know I call one of my daughter-in-laws all the time, but I know if she doesn't answer in maybe 2 rings, I hang up. I think she's busy, she's in a meeting or whatever, and I'll hang up. But people are gonna call you, but we have our phones and it's dinging, and so we just feel like, oh, I gotta answer that. Oh, somebody just sent me a picture on Snapchat. I gotta look at that. Oh, I just got something on Instagram. Oh, I want to look at that. You are your own enemy. You have work that you have deadlines on, things that you want to get done. You're gonna be on vacation next week. You want everything that has any deadline that's anywhere close to being due. You want them done before you go on vacation. Put this thing in your purse, put it on vibrate, put it on your purse. I know you've got kids, you might need to leave it out, but put it on silent or whatever. So when it lights up, you can see if it's your child or whatever, because that is essential. But those other calls, take care of those later. But if we try to do those things, those are things that we have control over, and we can help ourselves get more of that quality time to work on things on our own. And talking about this thing here, as I was doing my research, and I was like, wonder how many families really take time to spend together, have dinner together, whatever. So in my research, what I found out was that the family unit really is a breaking down as far as spending qualitative time together. The research said that in America, that families spend. I want somebody to put it in the chat. Just somebody put this in chat. How many minutes do you think families spend together each day? I'm gonna wait for somebody to put it in the chat. See if anybody get it right. In America, how many minutes a day families spend together? Come on, somebody. Come on. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I wanna see you know the answer. Everybody going to sleep? Somebody answer me. Come on. I didn't see anybody. Come on, somebody guess. How many minutes do you think families spend together each day? Oh, I'm so sad. Nobody wants to guess. Okay. If you're thinking, since you didn't want to guess, if you're thinking, oh, probably 2 hours a day. Eh, wrong answer. You thought, probably an hour a day. Wrong answer. You thought 30 minutes a day, closer to it. Americans spend 37 minutes together each day. 37 minutes. That is hard to believe. When we have a family, you can sit down, have a meal together, but you are only spending 37 minutes together. And a big part of this is social media. No one wants to have a conversation. This one doesn't want to eat with the family because, oh, I'm doing something. Yeah, you're doing something. You're on TikTok or Instagram. You're doing something like that. Then you research. Thanks, Cynthia. Yeah, you were close. It was 37 minutes. Uh, then the research also said that we talk about the families and the family units. Well, you need to have family time, and any relationship that you're in, associations are very important. So that means that any relationship, you need to spend time on that relationship. All relationships take work. So you need date nights with your spouse if you're married. Well, the research says that over 50% of adults only have 12 date nights a year. So that's about one a month. About 31% said that they may go over a month without a date night. So they're not even getting the 12. And then take this out. On date night, 34% said, looking doing this when they were responding, but 34% said on date night they would have to admit that they either are doing errands, doing chores, or they're including the kids. So that's really not a date night. So I only bring this research out to further indicate that it is important to have that quiet time because that time that you're out on that date night, that's your husband and wife's quiet time. That's your time to spend together, to relate, to talk, to communicate. Something's broken or something's kind of wobbling like you're on the cruise and something if the water gets rough and you kind of like you need to talk about it before it really gets rough. So that's the time you need to spend together. You need that quiet time. And Date night does not include the children. I had Esther on Tuesday, and she put an amen on that. And we weren't talking about this, but she admitted, she tell the kids, it's date night. No, you can't go with us. We're having date night. So that is important. Let's see. Okay. City says there is a new restaurant in Fort Worth, Texas that opened up and they require you to leave your phone up front or not bring it in. They are trying to get people to re-engage in good old conversation. Hey, you love that concept. I love that concept too. That is great. I will have to admit, me and Mrs. Smith out on them gadgets. So that's not spending time together. Spending time on social media, turning texts and emails or whatever. But I love that. I never heard that. That's a great concept. Leave your phones up front. That'll work. That'll get you some quiet time to spend with your significant other. But but this, goes to show us, how important it is and how far away we've gotten from a family unit. It's anything that we can be rushing to do, running to do, getting on social media or electronics to do. But we don't want to stop, sit down, get quiet, have a conversation, focus. We got to do those things. And I think that if we take that time, we would be more enthusiastic because we would see that the results of our lives would be so much better because when you communicate, a lot of times you can stop things before you even get started. So that is just something that's wonderful. But what I'm saying, families should talk and come to a consensus on how they want to spend family time. Because again, one, parents need their date night because they need to do what? Keep their marriage charged. It's just like a battery, your phone battery. That thing will run out. You just use it, use it, use it. You take your marriage for take advantage of your marriage or your spouse, and it just winds down. You got to recharge it. So your parents need that time together. Teens, yes, we want to spend family time together, but then teens also need to spend time with their friends and have extracurricular activities. Of course, we're not talking about that today, but we know that we need to stay on top of who their friends are, where they're going, what they're doing. But they do need to spend time with their peers. And again, I mentioned this briefly earlier. Dinner time should be dinner time, a place for having a meal together. No television, no social media, no mobile devices, parents listening for what their children are saying and what they're not saying. You can get a lot out of listening. What's happening in school? Who's your friend this year? And this person has been their friend forever and you don't hear that name. Okay, they didn't say anything, but you might want to dig a little deeper into that. Okay, so Brian's not your friend anymore. Get into it. But we need to take that time to listen. It's a quiet environment. Remember, I started out by saying quiet time, not just prayer and meditation. It encompasses all areas of our lives. So these are some things, some good times that you can spend with your children to have those conversations during dinner time. You can find out about school information other than grades. And you always ask them, well, what grade are you have in math? You got an A, you got a B? You always ask about that, but ask about other things. Ask them about their teacher. Well, how's your teacher this year? Your teachers, if they have more than one. Are they pleasant? Are they friendly? Do they, you like their teaching style? Tell me about your teacher. What about your peers? We have all the kids friendly and outgoing? And do y'all talk to each other? Do y'all have time to spend with each other if not working? Find out what's going on, so then they can tell you, well, this person, this happened in their life, and blah 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 blah. And ask them a question, find out what issues are going on. But you want to know more than what are your grades. There are other things that go on in school. You're seeing in the news 3 years ago, 2 years ago, last year, this year, last month. This teacher touched this person. This teacher pregnant for a student. We finding out all these things. We be asking some questions. Finding out about these teachers. You know, when you go to the restaurant, when you go by yourself, who goes in there with you? Need to talk. It's a great time to talk during that quiet family time. Explain to your kids why you don't always say yes to everything they ask you. You don't say yes to all outside activities they want to attend. You don't say yes to everything they want to buy them. You don't say yes to spending the night at a friend's house. You shouldn't be eating unless you really, 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 really know their family and everybody that comes to their home. And you don't always say yes to other things that they want to do, right? Because as a parent, you are in charge. You should know what's best for them, what activity is safe, where is that activity being held? It's in a very bad part of town. No, you cannot go there. You want me to buy you this, 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 this. Why? Why do you need it? Why do you want it? Oh, it's the thing. Everybody can know you're not everybody. You can give me a good reason why I needed to buy that. I may have made the purchase. But you're just saying because everybody have it. That's not a reason for me to go and spend $200 for something. And, they I don't know if you took it that I was being offhand when I said about spending the night, but I'm serious about that. I have read some books that made me go, wow, that's why it's important to read. Don't allow, just because someone is your friend and they say, oh, anytime you need to go out of town or whatever, yeah, I'll be glad to keep your kids. That is not a reason to let your kids go to their home. If you don't know everything about them, again, everything about everybody that may think about coming to their home, what they do at their home. Do they drink? Do they smoke? Do they smoke weed? If you don't know all of that, you don't know. If you only think you know, if you don't know, you don't just send your kids off to people's homes because you know them. You never been at their house. I used to be surprised when I would have sleepovers and the number of people that would let their kids come. Okay, you never met me, you don't know me, you drop your kid off at the door, and you bye. You don't know what I'm doing up in here. So that's another topic, but think about that. So be very careful in that area. Spirit told me to go there on that one. So be very careful. And when you are spending that time with them, don't do all the talking. Let your children talk. Listen. Listen. You can get so much beneficial information when you take the time to listen to your children. So please take the time to listen. So quiet time is beneficial for all age groups. And it will help you to focus better, get more done, produce better quality, communicate better, excuse me, and improve relationships. Improving and being your best in all areas of your life is essential. So carve out that time so that you can spend quiet time, quality time in an environment that is conducive to you being able to focus, think clearly, and work on it, whatever it is that you want to work on. So even if it is prayer time or meditation, find that place, that quiet space. Put those rules in place that will sure that you will have that quiet space. It's only going to benefit you. It's not going to hurt you. Because here, build your best life. It's only things that's going to help you. So I hope that this information on quiet time has been beneficial because you do need that. And one thing I did leave out is taking the time to spend in that quiet space. It helps your mental health as well. Because when you have so much going on that you're responsible for, not only the things that you're 100% responsible for, but anything that your child is responsible for, you're responsible for. When you go to college, it's not like we were in elementary school, middle school, high school. It's a whole different scenario. You're responsible. You need that quiet time. Situations around you are different. You don't have mom and dad to say, oh, no, can't do that. Can't go there. So it's different. So your quiet time is essential. So think about it. You need to listen at this again. Listen at it again. If this is a topic that you think someone will benefit someone, please tag them, forward it to them, share it with them so they can hear it, so that they can hear how spending that quiet time will benefit them. And I do thank all of you for tuning in today. Join us on Saturday. Now, Saturday, our topic is don't use the N word. Don't use it. Now, you got to tune in Saturday to find out what the N word is. Now, the N word is not what you think the N word is, so you got to tune in. But don't use the N word on Saturday. And then on Tuesday, we have Pastor Angela Marks coming on Give Your Best Life Talk. We'll be here at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Tuesday. So I look forward to seeing you Saturday and Tuesday. Please, please, please visit my website, www.buildyourbestlife.org. www.buildyourbestlife.org. You can read my blog that comes out each Monday. You can look at my calendar of events. You can look at the services that I offer, which is speaking, webinar speaking, coaching, consultations. You can get an autographed copy of my book, Build Your Best Life. I have it in stock. Get it out right away. If you prefer the Kindle version, Amazon.com provides the Kindle version of the book. But everyone needs to read more. It is an excellent book for our students, for our educators, pastors, coaches, you name it. It's a good book. It's not too early to start getting your Christmas list up. It's a great Christmas gift for someone. So please visit my website. I appreciate it. Remember, as you go on your way to being a better you, you will. Just and some buts about it. You will run into distractions, rough terrain, and detours. But don't let any of those negative aspects of your journey stop you. Though they may slow you down, keep going to be a better you so that you can build your best life. And remember, building your best life is our business. That's not a slogan, it's our commitment. I love you. Be blessed. Stay safe. I'll see you here Saturday morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard